my name is Cassandra Albino. I've been here at Project Rise for almost 7 years now, and today I'll be interviewing Executive Director Mr. Dixon.
Thank you.
Okay. For the first question, I want to know why did you start Project Rise?
I was concerned about gang violence. Actually, it started out as an all-males program, so it's interesting that you're here interviewing me. But it started out as an all-males program to reduce some of the gang violence in the city of Boston. We started off with 17 young men, and I think 8 or 9 of them came from juvenile probation court, so they had some issues. But for me, it was a way to give back and help young men avoid some of the violence and crime that was going on in the city at the time.
What environment did you grow up?
I grew up in urban Boston. I guess people would call it the hood, depending on where you're from. I grew up around gangs. I grew up around some violence. But I grew up in a large family, so we kind of protected one another. But my environment is similar as a lot of these young people are growing up in today. I don't know if there was as many guns on the street when I was younger, or I didn't notice as many, but we definitely had knife fights and chain fights and all those crazy things, but there were gangs always. So, I grew up in an environment where I experienced and witnessed a lot of this stuff. So, you got used to it. It became normal. There was a knife fight. People would get in a circle and watch the fight. It became part of the neighborhood, if you will.
While you were about our age, would you want to go to Project Rise if it was?
Oh my God, I would have loved to have come to a program like Project Rise. There was no program like Project Rise. We had community schools and the Boys and Girls Club and a few other places, but they were so far away from home. We just kind of used the resources we had in our own neighborhoods. Didn't have access to much. We played a lot of football, a lot of basketball, occasionally baseball, but there was no program like Project Rise when I was growing up. I wish there was. I wish there was an opportunity for me to get involved in this kind of program at an earlier age. I don't know how much it would have changed my life, but it definitely would have given me a better start in things when I was young.
What motivates you to keep Rise going?
Young people, kids, changing their lives or giving them hope, encouraging them, empowering them, hopefully helping them realize their potential. All those things kind of encourages me. And to be honest, I was one of y'all. I was, the same kid. So it's a way for me, as you mentioned earlier, of finding a way I can help kids that I didn't get those opportunities to do. So now I'm in a position to help. So it's something that comes natural to me, that I want to find a way to give back and help kids have opportunities that I didn't get exposed to when I was young.
Do you enjoy watching the campers go?
I do. Actually, I think that may be the most rewarding part of the work that we do here in Project Rise. It's not necessarily something that you see right away, but over years you see how many people come through and how they grow and how they mature and how they change and have their own families. We now have children of young adults that started the program, that their children are now enrolled in the program. So it's this great transformation, but I do enjoy watching kids, I guess you could say, reach their potential or find their direction, just helping them believe that they could change their circumstances and not get suffocated by the environments that we grow up in. So we show them something else and give them hope, and hopefully that may change attitude, which hopefully will change their aspirations of going to college and beyond.
How much has it changed throughout the years, would you say?
Quite a bit. I think the most noticeable thing is the dance component. We didn't have that when we first started. We just did a 7-week program, and it ended on Friday and everyone went home. Now we have this closing ceremony. We have two of the best dancers probably in the state that do a great job with, choreographing the entire show and having kids perform. And obviously being co-ed, I think is really good as well. Because I said when I originally started, it was all males, but in 1994 we went co-ed and we've been co-ed ever since. So now we get to see both young men and young women reach their goals, so that's exciting. It's, I think it's growing in numbers. We have a younger program, what we call Lower Site, with elementary age kids, and that didn't start probably until maybe the early 2000s, 2001 maybe. So for the first 8 or 9 years, this was, pretty much an upper program, a middle and high school age, but the younger program has really made an impact, and kids seem to benefit from that. It's been great.
And our last question is, what is the main thing you've learned from all the years of working at Prejudice?
Patience. I've learned patience. Not only with students, but with myself. I've learned expectation. In other words, really trying to encourage young people or inspire them without intimidating them. I think I've learned humility. I've learned how to, be humble with what we've done and what we're doing. I don't feel like I'm doing enough at times. I feel like there's more to be done. And so I don't think I'm going to get to a point where I'm satisfied with this. I think I would like to continue to increase the numbers and give more young people opportunities to participate in a program like this. But it's all been positive. It's all been constructive. And, those things become part of who I am now. And I think this is my real passion. This is what I love because I love young people. I want to see them do well. So this has become my real passion, what I really like. More so than basketball. As a former professional basketball player, it's hard. But I think this has become more in tune to my identity and more in tune to, how I can find ways to empower young people to reach their potential, maybe even do better than I did. So that's always encouraging for me, and I love to see it.
That's it with our interview. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much. It was very professionally done. I appreciate that.